I say this a lot, but I mean this time. You guys need to sit down, grab a snack, get comfortable, because this is actually going to be an intense, serious, emotional, probably not emotional, but very interesting and dramatic roller coaster. So let's jump right into it. Before we jump into the video, get into all of the details, all of the drama, and all of the things that you guys don't know about, I would first like to apologize for how long it took me to actually upload this video. I just wanted to make sure that all of the information and all of the facts were right, and the entire story was what I thought it was, or whatever the case may be. The entire story was what I saw it, and all of the things were in place. So I apologize for that. I apologize for the delay, and I actually uploaded this video twice. It took me about 25 minutes, 30 minutes to actually render this video, and then I uploaded it, realized that part of my audio was not included because I accidentally deleted it. So now this is probably my third time recording this video, but I just wanted to apologize beforehand and say sorry for the delay, because I know you guys were waiting on this video. But like I said, I just wanted to make sure everything was right. I wanted to make sure everything was correct. I wanted to make sure that I had my facts straight. And I talked to a lot of people, got a lot of things sorted out, and I'm pretty sure this is the entire story. This is probably 95% of the story. It's probably 5% missing, so there's a lot of things to cover. But before we get into the video, Sports TNB sent me 2 videos basically explaining his side. So what we're going to do is we'll watch those videos, and then we'll jump into all of the details and all of the information.
Alright, so before I show you my PayPal, I need to give you the backstory. So basically, like I said, man, my old Twitter, I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not saying it was run properly, because it wasn't. Twitter of that size should not be running a business, right? I had 150,000 followers. I was getting hundreds of messages a day, and with the rate limitation, I could only send 1,000 messages. So it was really, really poor quality, and I couldn't do what I wanted to do. And with the website, it's definitely better. It's not perfect because of some limitations I'll get into, but it is definitely better. Now, when I made my website, my goal was to make a business PayPal, because I'm going to have a registered business in my state. And business PayPals, I did some research. They're lenient, they're flexible. High volumes of money can come in without any limitations, because I did business before, and anytime I would make some serious money, bam, they freeze my account. They want all this documentation, and then it's annoying. So my goal was to make a business PayPal and have access to all of my money, right? Whenever I need to send money, I could just go in the business PayPal. There's going to be, several $1,000s in there at a time, and I could just send people money with no problem. So what I did was I did business on my website for 2 weeks, and I had a business PayPal, and I gathered $15,000 in that business PayPal. After the 2 weeks, I got hit with my first dispute. For whatever reason, when that dispute happened, it triggered a limitation, right? And immediately they said, "Hey, Sports, we want to know some more information about your business, blah, blah, blah. Fill out these forms, and we'll get back to you." And once I did that, I had to wait an entire month to get a response. Every time I called, they said, "We're going to escalate it. We're going to submit a ticket," every time. After a month, they said, "Your account is going to be banned for 180 days. After 180 days, we will release the funds." All right. And I'm going to have a second part of this video. All right. So once PayPal told me they're going to ban it for 180 days, I'm like, well, I'm counting on this 15,000, right? It's not like, oh, I have $5 million in my checking account. I can wait for this 15,000 and let me just pay everyone off with my checking account. No, like I needed that 15,000, because that's not all profit. A good majority of that I owe to account owners and people like that. So what I've been doing for the last month is I've had to pay people out of pocket, and as I make sales. So like I know you said you don't care, but I've shown you vouchers. I've shown you people waiting months just like you who got paid, right? I'm paying 1 to 2 people a day. So whether you tweet or not, it's not going to make you get paid any faster. You've tweeted, and it's not like I've just paid you because you've tweeted. Whether you tweet or not, I can't pay you yet. And the thing is, when I have this money, I'm going to pay people who are being patient and not giving me a hard time versus people spamming me with tweets. And like I said, I'm not perfect. It's my fault, not yours, but you gotta just work with me so we can figure this out. So that's everything. And I'll show you the PayPal now. So here's the PayPal. It currently has $13,288 because there's some disputes open, which take it from my funds. I'll refresh the page so you know it's real. And here you go. So it's real. My account is limited. And then I think when I click it, it's going to say the ban thing. Yep. Here we go. So everything I'm saying is true. So like I said, man, all I'm asking is you to delete your tweet. Just give me a little bit more time. I don't need much. I'm down to like 5-6 people. I need a week or 2 weeks or something like that just to gather the money. I can send it to you and we'll be cool.
All right, so there is a lot of information to talk about in today's video, and I mean a lot, so I would like to apologize in advance if all of my thoughts are all over the place and all of this information isn't really in a timeline, but I'm going to try the best I can, so just a heads up for that. But the first thing I want to talk about is obviously the Twitter videos that you guys just watched. So let's talk about the second Twitter video where Sports TNB talked about the reason why people weren't getting paid, and then he showed proof of his PayPal. So the PayPal situation, that actually checks out, and that's the only thing I'm gonna agree on when it comes to Sports TNB and this situation. So he was saying to everyone, now the way he handled this was terrible, by the way, because he was emailing people, sending out messages, text messages, Discord messages, Twitter DMs, whatever the case may be. He was saying that the reason why people weren't getting paid out was because his PayPal was locked, and he actually showed proof, and his PayPal was in fact locked. And the reason why it was locked was because he said that he had to send documentations through, because if you get a certain amount of money on PayPal, they start thinking it's fraudulent. They start thinking it's suspicious, and they'll flag your account. They'll lock your account, especially if you have a dispute, which is usually a chargeback. And the way that he handled business, I'm not surprised that he got a chargeback, but they froze his account. They locked his account, and you could see that he had $15,000 in his PayPal. So some of that does make sense, but there's a lot of things that don't make sense, and there's a lot of things that still prove and point in the direction of Sports TNB being a scammer. So let's talk about the entire PayPal situation. So the PayPal situation, he said, was that people weren't getting their money because PayPal was only releasing batches of money each month. But his story doesn't make sense, because he says that he's getting released money in batches, but then he says that his PayPal is now banned for 180 days. So if his PayPal was banned, how is he receiving money? That's what I don't understand. And then another thing I don't understand, which a lot of you guys don't even know about until someone brought it to my attention, is that some of the emails, some of the PayPals that he sent to these people when they were buying accounts or whatever, wasn't even his email. I'm going to show you one of these emails. Now, I'm not going to show you his name because I don't want to expose someone's personal information like that, but this screenshot right here is the email and the name of Nate Exie. So this is actually Nate's email and Nate's full name. So he was sending, I'm assuming this is what was happening. He was sending people their PayPal, like Nate's and other people he sponsors on YouTube. I don't think Nate associates himself with them anymore, but this is what happened. So assuming this is what happened, I don't know for sure, but if I can put 2 and 2 together, this makes the most sense. So he was, since his PayPal was locked, he was getting people to send money to his sponsors, and then his sponsors were being paid out from people's money, and some of those people who sent those money for those accounts didn't even receive those accounts. I've gotten so many messages in this situation exactly where people bought an account from Nate, and later on the person recovered it. So later on they lost the account and then never saw a refund. They never got their money back, and that happened multiple times. I have so many DMs that I can show you, and I'm going to show you a bunch of DMs throughout this video of just people saying that they didn't receive their money, saying that they were getting scammed, whatever the case may be. I'll show all of these all throughout the video. You guys can watch them. Now, another thing that absolutely blew my mind, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't make sense, is the other day I uploaded a video. So 2 days ago I uploaded a video. It was a TNB video about Sports TNB, and I talked about this situation, and I used one person in that video. I used the guy by the name of Cartier 1K, and I used his DMs as an example of someone who got scammed. Now listen to this, I'm not kidding. I will show you the DMs. As soon as I uploaded this video, okay, as soon as I uploaded this video, he got paid. Yeah. As soon as I uploaded this video, Cartier 1K got paid $700. I think it was $700. I'll show you the DM on the screen. I could be wrong. But he got paid out as soon as I uploaded the video. As soon as I uploaded, Sports TNB paid him out. Now, that raises a lot of questions, because why does it take for someone with somewhat of a voice, not saying that I have a voice, but I definitely have more of a voice than a lot of you guys who got scammed. That's not me throwing shots, but it's just the truth, because that's usually how scammers work. I explained this in my last video, but they be legit to people with an audience, and then they scam the lower class, lower tier, not lower class, I don't mean to say that, but you know what I mean. Like the lower popular people who aren't as popular or don't do YouTube or don't have an audience, they take advantage of people like that, and that's how they make their money. So that's another thing that doesn't make sense. Why did it take for me to make a YouTube video for you to pay out these people? Now, in terms of the accounts, there are a lot of people who didn't receive the accounts. There's a lot of people who didn't get paid for selling their account. There's a lot of things going on with the accounts. But there's another situation that you guys don't know. And I only found out about it because one of my good friends that I've known for years told me about this situation, and it actually had a couple of my other friends who were in there as well that vouched for the exact same situation this guy was talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you these DMs on these screens. So the DMs on the screen are DMs of a group chat, and that group chat was a badge grinding group chat. So Sports TNB had a badge grinding service. It's actually proof. I'll show you a screenshot. I used it on my recent thumbnail of him doing badges, or not him, but a group of badge grinders who worked for Sports TNB. So there's a group of them. Now, apparently there were 20 badge grinders per console, so 20 on PS4 and 20 on Xbox, and these guys got a lot of business because, once again, this was promoted by YouTubers who do no research and have no idea of what they're promoting is legit, but I'll get into that at a later time. But anyways, these guys grinded badges, 20 people per console, and let's say they made $300 each. A lot of them made more, but let's just say, for example. So you guys can do the math on that. 300 times 40. Do the math on that, and that's approximately how much money he owes just from people grinding badges. Now, that might not be accurate, but I just want to give you guys a little bit of example. So not only was he not paying people out for accounts or not giving people accounts, whatever the situation was there, but he also had a badge grinding service that he did not pay out. Now, another thing I want to touch on is I want to touch on the 180 days, because in the YouTube video he said that his PayPal was suspended for 180 days. Now, there are multiple people who have hit me up and told me that they have not been paid in 8-9 months. 180 days is just over 5 months, or I think it's a lot over 5 months, but regardless, it's not 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, a year. It's not. 5 to 6 months approximately is 180 days. If I'm wrong on that, I apologize, but whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. So him saying that his PayPal has been locked for 180 days doesn't even make sense. And I know he's been selling accounts for a very long time. He's been selling accounts since at least NBA 2K19, at least. So over a year for sure. So there are people who have still not seen their money in a year. And another question is, all of these people who have not been paid, this is why this doesn't make sense. This is why this does not make sense to me, okay? I have to take a breather, my apologies. But why, or not why, how is he keeping track of all of these people that he owes money? All of his Twitters get suspended. I don't know why. That's really sketchy as well. His Twitters get suspended. How does he keep track of these people that he owes money? I don't understand. I don't understand how you can keep track of these hundreds, potentially thousands of people that you owe money. There's no way. I know that you're probably the only one that runs this quote-unquote business, which I actually want to talk about that too in a bit. But how do you keep track of all these people you owe money? And if you do, how do you plan on paying them? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's a reason why his PayPal is locked, and a lot of you guys aren't going to like to hear this. But even if he is being legit, let's say he's being legit and he's waiting for his PayPal to be unlocked, I'm going to tell you why his PayPal is not going to be unlocked. And it's pretty simple if you guys understand business and you understand what's acceptable and what's not. So the reason why his PayPal is locked is because what he's doing is not a business. Selling accounts on a video game that you do not own the rights to is against terms of service. That's the reason why PayPal locked his account, also because of the disputes. They saw him making a lot of money, so they said, hey, send in the documentations for you to provide that you're a business. Trust me, if you're a legitimate business, this does not take 180 days to verify. It might, but even in that case, this is not going to get verified, because selling accounts on a video game that you do not own the rights to is breaking terms of service, and it is literally illegal. Especially because he's making thousands of dollars, he's probably never going to see that money in his PayPal. And I'm not going to touch into that subject too much because I don't want to get into, like, you know, serious like business talks and things like that. But the odds of him seeing his money are very unlikely, because I'm pretty sure that you literally cannot do this. You cannot sell accounts, because I'm pretty sure in the past there have been multiple websites that have been shut down due to the fact that it's against terms of service. It's against all of the issues, and you're not supposed to sell accounts. But I don't know if that's the case. Maybe it's not. I don't really know. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think he's going to see that money. And if he does see that money, like I said, how does he know that he has to pay all these people? How does he know all their contact information? How does he know if they're still even in the community? Some of those people don't even play 2K anymore. They probably don't even know what's going on with the situation. I mean, a dude's going to be 40 with 3 kids, and then all of a sudden he's going to get an alert on his PayPal that, hey, you've been paid $300 by Sports TNB. And also, I forgot to touch on this, but there's another situation with the badge grinding that I forgot to touch on. Once again, I'm out of the timeline here and I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to remember as I talk because I didn't write any of this down. But the badge grinding service. So there was this story that went around, and apparently when those guys were badge grinding, they were trying to get their money. They're like, yo, what's going on? Any of you guys get paid yet? No, whatever. And apparently when they were trying to contact Sports uploaded a Snapchat, and he was in Mexico while these people were trying to get their money. So while they were trying to get his money, all of a sudden Sports TNB is making all this money from these badges and accounts, and all of a sudden he's in Mexico, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. When I heard that, that blew my mind. It's like, there's no way that you're just in Mexico all of a sudden while people are making you money. And this is the last thing I want to touch on. This is the last topic that I want to discuss, because this video is almost going to be 20 minutes. I want to discuss the fact that this guy's reputation, his image, his business is all at risk, right? All of this stuff is at risk. Now, me and my personal situation, if I went on YouTube and there were a bunch of people going around, I did something stupid and people were saying, you know, I was a bad person, whatever the case may be, I would do anything in my power to prove my innocence. I would do anything in my power to protect my image, because it is my job. That's like you at work, right? And you do something bad, and it's the potential of you getting fired, right? So essentially what he's doing is he's not doing anything. He's emailing these people, sure. He's telling people that his PayPal's locked, but if I didn't show you those videos, you guys wouldn't know. So why are you not trying to prove that you are innocent? It doesn't make any sense to me. Why don't you tweet out a video, make a YouTube video, make an Instagram post, do something to show people the proof, because these people are missing out on thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars. And a lot of these kids are probably young. They're probably trying to make an extra dollar, you know, to do whatever. And you're not providing them with the closure or the evidence that you're not scamming them. Because at this point, you're scamming. You owe people hundreds, almost thousands of dollars for almost years, months. And you're saying that your PayPal's locked for 180 days. Okay, so come public with it and show them the videos. Why do I have to show them the videos? You don't got to prove anything to me. The only reason why you're showing me this is because I made a video and I finally called you out on it. The only reason you did that was because of that. Why aren't you tweeting out a video or making an Instagram post or uploading on your YouTube channel that you just gave up on about the situation to protect your image? Because your image is going to be ruined. I don't understand the logical thinking of that. I don't understand how you call yourself a business and you can't logically think about situations that give you bad reviews, give you bad publicity. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe I was raised different when it comes to this, but if it happened to me, if I was in your seat right now, Sports, or if I was in his seat, I would do anything to protect my image. And the reason why he said he didn't do it, I'm not kidding, I'm not gonna make this up, is because he doesn't want to get his Twitter banned. So you're worried about getting your Twitter banned, which has been banned before, so why do you care? You're worried about that. That doesn't make sense to me. That does not make sense to me. You're more worried about your Twitter getting banned than protecting your reputation and your image and stopping people from saying that you're a scammer. That just makes you even look more like a scammer. Like, I don't understand what your thought process is, man. I really don't understand this. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking because I am literally out of breath. But that is all the information, all of the details in this Sports TNB situation. I showed you guys the videos. I talked to you guys about all the situations, and here it is. So take it as you will. I want to know your guys' opinion in the comment section below. So let me know what you guys think of this entire video, because it's a lot of information to take in. I'm sorry it was a 20-minute video, but also, if you made it to the end of the video, type 7, and I will potentially pin your 7. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I'm out of breath. I'm going to pass out. I have never talked that long, except for when I was arguing with my ex-girlfriend. But anyways, I'm off. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.